What's going on? Today is Sunday. It's about after in the afternoon. It looks like there's a storm coming. I'm pointing at a sheet of paper. I did a check for got a relative of mine who had a leak on a Camry. I think it's an '04 Camry from what we saw in the video. And the vehicle had been leaking for a while because I remember the son mentioning it when the son was in town and mentioning it. And so the vehicle was leaking for a while. Anyway, the way she mentioned about the leak, I thought it was like a serious issue. So vehicle it's an '05 with high mileage, 275,000 miles. So you expect the usual suspects. Right now, this is not a current vehicle. This is a GM. This is a Sonic. I'm getting a lot of leaks on this vehicle, and I'm thinking that it's a PCV valve because I'm getting my oil pan is leaking, and I got an oil pan leak and all kinds of leaking going on. And I'm guessing it's a PCV valve, and I think also the oil pan. I saw some wetness behind the oil pan housing. Yeah, the oil filter housing. Sorry, that one right there. This one right here. But anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. So she gave me a list of what they were talking about when they. I don't know. That vehicle had been done. The oil change has been done in one of those Jiffy Lube type locations because I can see by the oil filter. That was a dealer oil filter. But anyway, so they gave a list because, so, like I said, so from what she told me, she had been given a list of like $600 to fix that leak. And I, like I said, when I went underneath, I was expecting, rear main seal. I was expecting oil pan leaking, transmission pan leaking. I mean, leaks everywhere. Valve covers leaking. So anyway, so this is they told us, so engine oil pan gasket. So that was quoted. She was quoted 605 because that's what she had mentioned, a figure like that, $600. That's why I was expecting something big. And like we said, we got underneath and we checked, and we saw that the vehicle was loose oil drain. What is it called? Oil drain. It was a loose oil pan drain bolt. Whatever. I'm thinking my mind is I'm freaking losing it. I can't seem to get my shit right. So anyway, yeah. So that's what it was. So they gave us this long list of stuff that has to be done, which is kind of weird to me because sometimes you gotta look at the vehicle's age and you look at it. I mean, some of these things not worth it. Got tie rod ends, which probably needs. I never checked the tie rod ends. You got an alignment, which is okay, understandable. Spark plugs. Transmission fluid drain and fuel automatic, the brake flush, you got the coolant flush, you got the VVTI solenoid. Anyway, you got the valve cover gasket, of course, might as well throw that in there. So you got control arms like 17, 19, you got a fuel injection service. Lord have mercy. This vehicle has 275,000 miles. It's an '04 Camry. It's a beautiful car. The car was, I was surprised how clean it was. I mean, the underneath, the transmission area was bone dry. Oof, I always wanted to say that. Bone dry. Yeah, I had a boss who used to say that. I remember he used to get on our case because he was supposed to grease his equipment. And people were not greasing them. So he always say, so I went. So we checked them, and they were and these were like they were like, what were they? They were like some kinds of they were like some pistons or whatever, and the guy was going there. The thing was bone dry. Yeah, he was a strange dude, man. He was one of them strange motherfuckers. Anyway, so that's what it is. So that's what I'm telling you, ladies, mostly ladies, gentlemen too. Man, be careful out there, man. There's some sinister motherfuckers out there, man, trying to eat people's money. Man, somebody was gonna get themselves a nice Christmas present with this list. Woo-hoo. Man, I see vacation. I see Bahamas right here. So come on. We saw that the only leak was the drain plug was leaking, and somebody left it loose. So I don't even know what happened. I don't even know whether those dudes left it loose on purpose. You never know. I would hate to think so, but Come on, man, that's crazy. So like I said, if you're a lady or you're not very mechanical with things, get a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, I don't care, eighth opinion. Get them all. Unless you got somebody who works on your vehicle and you trust. I'm not an A+ tech mechanic myself, but I try to make a little bit of money on the side. You know, get the hustle on, get that bag. But to me, this is madness. I mean, come on, man, this is crazy. Like I said, I thought when I got underneath that car, I was in shock because I was expecting. Because when she mentioned this price of 605, like I said, I was expecting a oil pan gasket, rear main seal, transmission pan. I mean, rear main seal, of course, that would even be like in the thousands because you gotta separate the engine from the transmission. But I was expecting, oil, transmission pan leaking, valve. I thought the valve cover was leaking. I thought it would just be coated in oil, like I've seen some older vehicles. Yeah, but there was nothing there. That wasn't the issue. Yeah, people just there's some crooked people out there, man. Be careful out there, man. People trying to separate you from your money. Man, that's not the right thing to. That's not the right way to go. In this business, you can make money. We don't need to do all this. All right. So, hey, be safe. Later.